Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, grab your favorite soda, because it is time, once again, for Primetime Wrestling Live here on YouTube. I'm your host, JWR, and I want to welcome you all in to another edition of Primetime Wrestling here on YouTube. We are coming to you live tonight from Bloomington, Illinois, and we're going to kick things off with the Ministry in action against Tito Santana. It's going to be Kane kicking things off here for us this week on Primetime Wrestling. The $1 Million Ministry making their presence felt here in the World Wrestling Federation. Paul Bearer's fired up here tonight. Only person missing, conspicuous by his absence, IRS. But otherwise, the $1 Million Ministry is in full force here tonight on Primetime Wrestling. As Kane gets ready to make his way into the ring, the $1 Million Man right there in the ear of his $1 Million champion, The Undertaker. And I honestly do not know who is going to be able to stop this group. Ted DiBiase leaning in fully to the fact that The Undertaker is the $1 Million champion. Of course, last week, Kane qualified, and he is the third member in that SummerSlam triple threat. But here tonight, he's got Tito Santana here in our opening contest on Primetime Wrestling. And Tito makes his way to the ring. And oh my God, the Ministry starting things off here. They have just absolutely assaulted Tito Santana before the bell here. All four men. It's 4-on-1 for God's sake. Somebody get in there. Paul Bearer, somebody needs to shut him up. There's Tito. Tito trying to fight back here. A valiant effort though, but Kane. A hard kick to the gut and just spine busters Tito right on the outside. Tito Santana slow to get up. A little bit of confusion there. Kane, though, hard left hands right into the gut, and an uppercut sends Tito right back off his feet. This is a mugging, plain and simple, folks. Tito's fighting back, though. Tito not letting Kane get the upper hand, but all it takes is one big move, and Tito's back in trouble. And Kane now. The bell hasn't even rung. This match is not even underway yet. Another spine buster. Tito's not going to be able to compete in this match if this keeps up. Oh, and now Kane finally sending him back into the ring, and there's the bell. And this one is officially underway. And there's Tito Santana. Tito fighting back here. Not letting Kane rule the day, but Kane right back in charge with a snapmare and a big boot to the face. Kane, absolutely a menace here in the World Wrestling Federation. As it appears we are fully underway here now. And there's a big, hard suplex from the Big Red Machine. And you gotta believe that Kane is sending a message to the other participants in that triple threat ladder match for SummerSlam. All three members of that triple threat match are in action here tonight. Kane, I think he just opened him up. Kane is just absolutely pummeling Tito Santana here. And Tito looks like he may have been busted open with that series of rights. And Kane just launching him into the air. And if there's a merciful God, this might be close to being over. There's a huge side slam from Kane. And I don't see Tito getting up from that. Kane now measuring. He's got Tito by the throat. And down hard with a choke slam. You can count to 100. This one's over, folks. Kane making an emphatic statement here tonight on Primetime Wrestling as he heads into SummerSlam with an abundance of confidence that he is going to bring that Intercontinental title into the $1 Million Ministry. And Tito didn't stand a chance from the get-go. Before the opening bell even rang, he was at a severe disadvantage. And that choke slam was the exclamation point on an absolutely brutal dismantling of the El Matador, Tito Santana, here tonight on Primetime. And as we get things kicked off, the Ministry is rolling. So we're going to go ahead and switch it up a little bit. We're going to switch gears now as we head into some tag team action. Demolition, the tag team champions, in action here against the Hart Foundation. As we switch gears away from the total dominance that the Ministry of the $1 Million Ministry is showing here in the World Wrestling Federation since their formation. But we're switching gears into the red hot tag team division as Demolition makes their way out, the current and reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of
Of course, they've had the Road Warriors nipping at their heels, but they have emphatically halted all the momentum that the Road Warriors had. First, Crush got involved, denied the tag team #1 contenders match. And then in that brutal grudge match last week, Crush absolutely destroyed Hawk on the outside after the bell. And something tells me, though, that the Road Warriors aren't just going to go quietly into the night. But nonetheless, tag team champions are in action here live as they take on some former contenders in the Hart Foundation. These guys are former tag team champions. Bret Hart, a former Intercontinental champion. Certainly want to get back to their winning ways, back on that path to gold here in the World Wrestling Federation. There's no better way to do that than by picking up a win here on Primetime against the tag champs. That will skyrocket their stock all the way to the top. All right, we are set to go. We'll send it up to the ring for that opening bell. And we're underway. Right now, it looks like Axe starting things off against the Hitman. And the Hitman taking Axe right off his feet with a huge clothesline. Axe, though, coming in with those power shots. And the Hitman, proving he's got a few shots of his own, takes out the leg. Already preludes to that sharpshooter. That highly technical submission style that the Hitman wrestles with as he cranks away at the head and neck area here, trying to wear down Axe in the early going. There's a leg drop right across the throat. That'll cut your wind off, folks. And now, sending him off the ropes, Hitman drops down. There's a leapfrog. And they collide in the center of the ring, a stalemate, and Axe comes out swinging. Some huge shots. As he has got the Hitman reeling back into the corner. And a series of clubbing axe handles sends the Hitman right down to the canvas. And Axe now in full control. But the Hitman quick to reverse it. Hitman now going for a cover. Trying to sneak a quick one in here. Only a 1 count though, as Axe is able to kick out. And there's a crucifix, but he doesn't hold on for the pin. And there's a tag into the anvil, but on the other side, Axe is going to make the tag into Smash. And 2 freshmen from both teams now in the ring. And Smash getting the better of the anvil as they exchange their opening blows here in this contest. And Smash now with that front chancery. And he's going to try to lift the anvil up. Second time's a charm. A huge suplex. Both men winded after that one. And Smash, the first back to his feet. Pulling anvil up. And oh, there's a quick small package out of nowhere. Count of 1. Only a 1 count though. And I don't know what Smash was going for there. It looked like maybe some type of crossbody, but he did not measure that one at all. But there's a back elbow. And again, same thing. Did not quite measure it. Something's a little off here with Smash. Again, back into the corner. Anvil trying again, but there's a back elbow again. And that time Smash hits him with a clothesline and tags out to Axe. Tag team champions back in control here. And what a move, just squeezing the head and neck area and lifting him and slamming him down, but missing with an elbow drop there. Anvil right back on top of things here. Sending Axe into the corner. Axe hits him with a back elbow again. Anvil keeps on trying. He's not giving up on that corner. There's an atomic drop. And he has him reeling. Gut wrench suplex right there, taking Axe up and over. And the Hart Foundation finding momentum on their side now as the Hitman on the apron. What's he got planned here? Hitman slingshots himself over the top and misses. Axe sidestepped that one. He knew that was coming. Well scouted. And into the corner, there's a tag, and this looks like a double team effort here from Demolition. Just clubbing away and beating some sense into the Hitman. And the tag in. Smash is now the legal man. And a big swing and a miss right into an atomic drop. And a drop kick for good measure. Taking the Hitman off his feet. And now Smash with a scoop and a slam. He's got the Hitman down. And he's up to that second turnbuckle. And the Hitman looked like he was crawling, trying to make a tag. And Smash cut that off with a big splash. Now sending Hitman back into Demolition's corner. There's a tag back into Axe. And now the double beatdown continues in the corner. And the Hitman is in no man's land. You do not want to be in Demolition's corner for too long. They are going to wear you out. And the Hitman now trying to get back to that technical base. A nice drop down fireman carry there as Axe rolls to the apron. And he just shoved the Hitman off as the Hitman was going to try to bring him in the hard way. And the Hitman sending... And there's a cheap shot from the Anvil. And the Hitman looks like he's lining him up, trying that springboard again and again. Just sidestepped. The Hitman has gone for that move twice and missed both times. And now Axe laying in with those hard powerhouse shots again. Each one of those just taking the life right out of the Hitman. As Bret Hart down to one knee. And now Axe slamming him down by his hair. Tag team champions trying to get back in control here. And what is this? Axe locking in a version of the $1 Million Dream. And he takes the Hitman all the way to the ground, and he's wrenching away, almost like a crossface version of that sleeper. And the Hitman, though, able to counter a couple of hard elbow shots, and he's back up, but Axe is right back on the offensive. And he sends the Hitman into the corner. And now, here comes a double team. This could be it here, folks. Demolition has put a number of opponents away with that combo elbow drop across the knee. And just broken up by the Anvil before the referee can count that 3. And Smash making the Anvil pay for interfering and breaking up that 3 count. And Smash now. Again, front chancery. And a big suplex coming as he slams the Hitman down. And the Hitman quick to roll to the outside, regaining his composure. And Smash clubs him to the ground with a clothesline as soon as the Hitman got back in the ring. And there's a scoop and a big backbreaker right down across the ankle, and he just took Anvil off the corner. He just took the Anvil out. And he's got him up. He's got the Hitman up. Is the Hitman going to give it up? I don't see the Hitman continuing. And there it is, folks. The referee's calling for the bell. This one's over. Demolition pick up a huge win over... Wait a minute. That's the Legion of Doom's music. The Legion of Doom just came out here and asserted that they're going for those tag titles. Like it or not, at SummerSlam. Is Demolition going to accept the challenge? That is a huge development, folks. We thought the Legion of Doom was down and out. Well, we're switching gears and we're heading back up to the ring as another one of those triple threat members is in action as the bad guy, Razor Ramon, is set to take on Doink the Clown here on Primetime.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 200.
As we look at the bad guy making his way out to the ring. I don't know if that's official, ladies and gentlemen. Gorilla Monsoon's going to have to take a look at that challenge just laid out by the Road Warriors to Demolition. I thought they had their chance, but Demolition did use some underhand tactics to thwart that opportunity away from the Legion of Doom a couple weeks ago. But they have not altered course at all. They are dead set, all full steam ahead, coming after those tag team titles of the bad guy. Making his presence felt here on Primetime. Of course, the bad guy's been locked in a little bit of a feud with Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude not at all happy that Razor used his own move, the Rude Awakening, as he moved on to win that third and final spot for SummerSlam, knocking Rude out of the ring, and Razor was able to pick up the win.
From parts unknown, weighing in at 245 pounds,
Razor can't be thinking about SummerSlam right now because he's got a very dangerous clown on his hands. Doink the clown. Doink has used several underhanded tactics. A little bit of a bait and switch, if you will. Still no word on the identity of the second Doink we've seen from time to time. But Doink has certainly made his presence here felt here in the World Wrestling Federation. He made a good run towards the King of the Ring, but was ultimately eliminated, but made it a lot farther than I think a lot of people gave him credit for. And he is trying to silence the doubters here tonight on Primetime as he locks up with the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Razor looking to tune up for SummerSlam. And there's the bell as we go up to the ring. This one's underway. And right off the bat here, Razor and Doink. A little bit of a stare down in the middle of the ring. And they are going face to face here. And we are set to go, and they lock it up here. Collar and elbow tie-up to start things off. And Razor shoving Doink right back into the corner and follows it up with a big clothesline. Taking the clown off his feet. Razor now pacing back and forth like a caged animal. Going for a clothesline again. He missed. Doink now has got Razor in the corner. And he's biting him on the nose. Referee, get in there and stop that. Razor gets a foot up, able to get some separation out of the corner, and a big shoulder tackle takes the clown down. Razor now on the offensive with a big discus punch. Razor celebrating a little bit. You know he's not going to take Doink for granted. At least he better not. As he grabs Doink right by the throat and hits him with a huge right hand right into the breadbasket. And Doink now, though, trying to fight it off. Doink has got Razor up. Razor fighting out of it. Able to get that separation, and another shoulder block takes Doink off his feet. And there's another discus punch. Doink in some trouble here. Able to counter. Razor ducks. And Razor with a series of rights and lefts, and he's got Doink off his feet again. You cannot match power with the bad guy. If you're Doink, you've got to find another way. Doink now sending him off the ropes. Trying to catch him in some type of power slam, but Razor able to reverse it. And now Razor has got Doink leaning on the ropes. And now Razor gonna drape Doink right off the top rope. Throat first across that top rope. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Every time we hit... This happened the last time and another Doink appeared. Razor, turn around. Turn around, Razor. Pay attention behind you. Referee, somebody. Another Doink just hit Razor right in the face with a chair. Referee, how are you allowing this match to continue? Doink. Over to the pin. A count of one. A count of two, and just barely. Razor able to get that shoulder up. That second Doink busted the bad guy open with that chair shot. Razor is bleeding now. I believe he's cut above his right eye. And now the original Doink is gonna pay for everything here, but he's able to fight out of that chokehold. And Razor with a backhand chop, a series of them, and a kick to the gut, and he's got Doink back off his feet again. Razor Ramon gonna have to recover from the shenanigans perpetrated by Doink the Clown with another double Doink. And what a shot from Razor right there. An absolute chokehold neck hang. And just taking Doink to the ground and taking him down hard. Razor now, but Doink again fighting out of it. Doink is not giving up here, folks. He is giving Razor a run for his money here. There's an inside cradle. A quick roll up. Count of 2. And Razor's able to kick out. Doink surprising me here, and there's a bulldog. Razor's in some trouble here. And Doink's got him up. Big pile driver. He just spiked the bad guy right on top of his head. And what's he setting up for? He's moving Razor around. I don't know if he's trying to set up for that whoopee cushion finishing move. But right into the referee, they collided. And now Doink with the upper hand again. He's got Razor trapped in the corner and going right after that left leg. Not a bad strategy, but Razor sidestepped that drop kick. I gotta believe Razor is getting fed up with the clown. And Doink with a big side suplex there, and Razor's gonna roll out to the outside, try to catch his breath. Doink all the way up top. Razor on the floor. Doink coming off the top rope with a double axe handle. Razor's in trouble, but he sidesteps the leg drop. Razor with a hard right hand. And Razor, it looks like he's trying to set up for the Razor's Edge on the outside. He's got Doink up. Doink slipped out of it. Doink able to reverse out of the Razor's Edge, and he's got Razor in some trouble. As they fight back towards the aisleway, the referee continuing his count. Doink slamming Razor to the down to the ground, not the canvas, folks. They are on the outside on those thin mats. And Doink now sending Razor back into the ring. Doink is in full control here. Razor trying to fight desperately. Swinging and missing there. Doink. Another attempt at a side suplex, and Razor countered right over into a crossbody. He couldn't hold on though. Razor now. He got Doink caught right there with that choke slam. And Doink is in a bad way. And Razor might just be done playing with him. And he grabs Doink as he gets up. He's got him up. Position for the Razor's Edge. And nails it right in the center of the ring. That's all she wrote, folks. You're not going to get up from that one. A valiant effort here from Doink, but your winner of the match is going to be Razor Ramon. The bad guy continues his winning ways with SummerSlam in his sights. I honestly thought this was it right here, folks. After that double Doink fiasco, Razor was in a bad way, but he manages to get out of it, and all it takes is one move. And as soon as he locks you in that Razor's Edge, there's nowhere to go that time. Lights out for the clown. And the bad guy.
Here is your winner, the bad guy.
Wiping his hands. What is Razor doing now? The referee is trying to tell Razor to get out of the ring. Razor is getting out of the ring, but he's going after Doink. Threatening the referee to back him off, and now Razor laying into Doink with that steel chair. Another hard shot. And Razor wearing out Doink the Clown with that steel chair repeatedly. Sending a message. If you thought Kane sent a message via Tito Santana earlier, Razor is definitely sending a message to his SummerSlam opponents here, courtesy of Doink the Clown. Doink had this coming though. Trying that shenanigans with his double. And the referee finally stepping in, getting Razor off of him. Razor Ramon, your winner here tonight on Primetime. And Doink, not laughing. All right, folks, as we switch gears again, we're heading back up to our third triple threat competitor in action here tonight. As Rocky Maivia is set to take on the Honky Tonk Man here on Primetime.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, Rocky Maivia!
Third generation superstar, Rocky Maivia. This young man right here has a bright future in the World Wrestling Federation. And he has a huge opportunity ahead of him at SummerSlam if he can somehow climb that ladder and bring home the Intercontinental Championship. He's going to have his skills tested here tonight against a former Intercontinental Champion in the Honky Tonk Man.
And his opponent from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 247
Honky Tonk Man strutting down to the ring.
Honky Tonk Man!
Ready for some rock and roll in between those ropes. Open upset young Maivia here and dethrone or derail some of Maivia's momentum. We know Kane's got momentum. We know that the bad guy Razor Ramon's got momentum. Can Rocky secure the same momentum and knock off a true legend in the Honky Tonk Man? And it looks like we are just about ready, so we are going to send it up to the ring for that opening bell. And we are underway. There's the bell, and Honky came right in. Maivia able to duck that quick salvo attempt from the Honky Tonk Man. And Maivia with some hard strikes. He's got the Honky Tonk Man reeling. And now they're locked up in a collar and elbow. Side headlock applied by Maivia. And Honky Tonk Man able to reverse it into a key hold there. A top wrist lock. And there's that rear wrist lock. On the go behind, Maivia with a hard shot to the back for good measure. And again, Honky reverses right back into that arm lock. Gaining control here over the young Maivia. Honky Tonk Man proving that he can still wrestle with the best of them. It's not all flash. And there's a snapmare and right into a rear chin lock. Honky Tonk Man schooling young Maivia here in the early going. Maivia's got to try to find a way out of this. And Honky Tonk Man sends a knee right into the back. He's going to go for a cover, thinking he's got Maivia on the ropes, but Maivia kicks out of just a count of one. And Maivia ducks that attempt. And a picture-perfect drop kick sends the Honky Tonk Man right off his feet. Maivia quickly to capitalize and take control here. An attempt at a vertical suplex. Honky Tonk Man floats over and reverses it, sending Maivia off the ropes. Big back body drop. And attempted some type of a nerve hold there, but Maivia able to reverse it. And all of a sudden, Honky Tonk Man sent back down to the canvas. And Honky backing Maivia up into the corner. And Maivia able to catch the Honky Tonk Man with a clothesline. Tried that drop kick again, and Honky Tonk Man sidestepped it. And he hits Maivia with a big clothesline and forcing Maivia out of the ring. Honky Tonk Man clearly giving up size here to Maivia. He's going to have to figure out a different way. He's not going to want to lock up with this man and go toe-to-toe, punch for punch with the power that Maivia possesses. And Rocky now with the Honky Tonk Man up on his shoulder. Face first off that barricade. A bit of an aggressive side here to Maivia that we haven't seen. And sending Honky Tonk Man face first into that ring post. And now Rocky Maivia getting into the ring. Honky Tonk Man going to follow him in. Maivia catches the boot of the Honky Tonk Man and drills him right in the thigh with that elbow. And right into a Samoan drop. Beautifully done. As Maivia now up to the second rope. Big splash and hooks the leg. Trying to catch a quick win here, but only a 1 count as the Honky Tonk Man is able to kick out. And Maivia again. Another picture perfect. And now the Honky Tonk Man laying in with those clubbing blows. And Maivia now. Big DDT. He caught him big with that one. Honky Tonk Man reeling a little bit. Maivia now sending him into the corner. Big clothesline coming right out of the corner. And Honky Tonk Man is reeling. Maivia now. Big inverted atomic drop and another picture perfect drop kick. And the Honky Tonk Man is literally and figuratively on the ropes as Maivia sends some forearm shots right to that lower back and kidney area. And a big reverse body slam. Honky Tonk Man in a world of hurt right now at the hands of Rocky Maivia. Maivia now trying to get a running start. Ends up colliding, brushing off Honky Tonk Man's reversal attempt. And a big clothesline. Sending him to the ground. And now Maivia, he might have dazed him on that one. Rocky's got him up. And this could be that shoulder breaker. And he drops him right on it. Referee's right in position. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Rocky Maivia picks up a huge win over the Honky Tonk Man here on Primetime Wrestling. And I got to tell you, all 3 men involved in that Intercontinental Triple Threat at SummerSlam, showcasing that they are indeed ready and sending a message to their opponents respectively, I should say. Of course, Kane, and you have to figure that the $1 Million Ministry riding high here over the last few weeks since their inception. I just am not sure if there's anybody that's going to be able to beat them, but Razor and Rocky, they're going to have a chance come SummerSlam to try to derail the $1 Million Ministry. Maivia with a huge win here tonight. And as we shift gears, it's about time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry's in action as The Undertaker takes on the King of the Ring, Dusty Rhodes. Just an imposing sight here, ladies and gentlemen. The arena completely washed in green and darkness. The Phenom, The Undertaker.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the
Current
ring.
reigning $1 Million Champion makes his way to the ring.
From Death Valley.
The Ministry not out with him. They were all out with Kane earlier. But The Undertaker, very confident in his abilities. Out here by himself tonight in our main event. And you got to believe that the King of the Ring, he's looking forward to SummerSlam. Dusty Rhodes has a date with the WWF Champion, the Ultimate Warrior, come SummerSlam. I'm not sure how he drew the short straw to end up in the ring against The Undertaker here tonight. But here he comes, your reigning 2026 King of the Ring, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing in at
Making his way out.
289 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
As Dusty gets in the ring here, The Undertaker with a cheap shot. And the referee quickly climbing into the ring. But Dusty Rhodes, ambushed by The Undertaker from the get-go. The bell rang. We're underway officially here. As Dusty Rhodes hasn't even got his robes off yet. And The Undertaker just absolutely trying to take advantage. There was a small part of me that was going to give The Undertaker credit for coming out here by himself. But every bit of that vanished with this sadistic ambush. The Undertaker just wrecking Dusty Rhodes here in the early going. Hammering away. And now Dusty trying to get back to his feet. The Undertaker with a face plant. And Dusty Rhodes taking a sabbatical to the outside, right back in and right back down. The Undertaker absolutely dominant here. And it's not hard to dominate when you ambush somebody like that from the start. And Rhodes now, though, he's got some fight in him. Laid in some shots to The Undertaker and going after that left knee. Trying to take the big man off his feet, but The Undertaker right back up and puts Dusty right back down with a boot to the face. And Dusty's busted wide open, and The Undertaker is hammering away. And Dusty able to reverse it, taking The Undertaker off his feet, but The Undertaker reverses it right back. And The Undertaker, again, hammering away with those right hands. He's got the King of the Ring busted and beaten here. And now The Undertaker with a snap suplex. I almost feel like he is toying with Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty getting back to his feet now. Undertaker looks like he's going for that tightrope walk, but Dusty able to reverse it. Dusty scouted that one out. He knew that was coming. And Dusty now dropping a big elbow. A bionic elbow right into the gut of The Undertaker, and The Undertaker is down. Dusty into the cover. Count of one. And only a one count as The Undertaker absorbed every bit of that elbow drop and is able to kick out. And now Dusty with the bionic elbow to the head. The Undertaker's down. Could this be it? Is Dusty Rhodes going to pick up a huge win over the Phenom? Count of one. Only a one count again. The Undertaker has eaten two bionic elbows. And he's right back to his feet, and he takes Dusty right off of his. A huge lariat clothesline right there. And Dusty back in a world of hurt. The Undertaker now sending Dusty into the corner. And just sticking that huge boot right to the face. Choking the life out of Dusty Rhodes. And yanking him back up out of the corner. Dusty is in a world of hurt here, folks. And here's a big military press slam. The King of the Ring absorbing a lot of punishment from The Undertaker here. The Undertaker's got him scooped up. And face first off that top turnbuckle. The Undertaker. Looks like he's setting him up. Dusty, though, able to reverse that with a jawbreaker. And Dusty Rhodes with a fury of blows here. A double. Make that a triple atomic drop. And he's got the Undertaker on his heels. Here's a military press from the Undertaker. No, Undertaker slips out of it. He goes into a sunset flip. You're not going to see that from the Undertaker. Dusty reverses it into a roll-up. Undertaker reverses back to sunset flip. And again, reversed by Dusty Rhodes, and the Undertaker pushing him off. And that big boot again just took Dusty right off his feet. Rhodes is in a world of hurt here. And the Undertaker locking in, grabbing that wrist. And he's going to walk that tightrope and just drive that blow right down into the back and arm. And I don't like the odds for our King of the Ring. He's got him up. Undertaker scoops him in, locks in, tombstone pile driver. It's academic. Referee out of position, but you can count to 100, folks. The Undertaker destroys the King of the Ring here tonight on Primetime Wrestling. And all of Dusty's momentum seems to have shifted. And Dusty laid out in the middle of the ring, and the Undertaker. Folks, we are running out of time. What is the Undertaker doing? The Undertaker going back in to assault Dusty Rhodes. Folks, we are out of time. We hope you join us next week right here on YouTube for some more Primetime Wrestling. Somebody get in there. Somebody's got to stop this.